Greetings to you wherever you are in this world. This is Michelle Strickland, and I just want to talk to you briefly about a few things, about a few concepts that are floating around now um, that are becoming real popular. Let's talk about energy and consciousness. I want to explain to people a little bit, give a brief explanation about uh, how people discuss interaction with people in the 21st century. I want to explain to you 5D is a consciousness plane. It's like you're in your mind and and you're thinking about, you're in your mind. You're connecting with a higher consciousness, whether it's light or dark, whichever direction you want to go with it. I'm going to keep it simple. Um, People talk about 5D, connecting on the 5D with some person, that's wherever they're at. They're not, wherever they're at physically, connecting with them on the 5D conscious and their consciousness on a conscious plane, not a physical plane, but a conscious plane in your mind and your thinking. And the 3D deals with the physical world. It's like, okay, I see you. You're sitting next to me. I physically see you. Okay, I'm gonna just keep it simple on that. And then we're talking about energy. There's different forms of energy. People can say, I feel your energy, or the energy fueled a machine. Energy can be transformed to a person or a physical system that can be experienced, either by you're around somebody and you just get real excited behind them. You get really excited when you're around somebody. They make you excited, so you get nervous or you get excited and all. They charge you up. Or energy can fire up a machine. The electrons, the electricity that fuels a machine, or whatever kind of energy systems. Could be nuclear energies. It could be just all kinds of different forms of energy. Okay. Energy is forcefully exerting something, and a lot of times you hear people talking about, I feel your energy. Yeah, you can feel somebody's energy, and it can be good or bad. And now I want to relate this to interpersonal relationships, just really brief, and then I'm going to cut it off. And I'm going to just use myself as an example. I'm the kind of person that I try to think logically about stuff, okay? I know that 3D and 5D, I understand that those are levels of experiences, and they're dealt with in different forms. Okay, I just explained to you, gave you some examples. My thing about, I'm living in a 3D world, and when I'm interacting with people, I expect for them to interact with me on a 3D level. I want to see tangible things to back up whatever it is that they're saying or whatever. I'm not into illusions, and I don't think anybody should ever be into illusions. I think that when you're a physical being living in a three-dimensional world, that people need to interact, that way. For me, I set up boundaries with people. And when I set up boundaries with people, I have the expectations that if they can't meet those expectations in a 3D world, then I'm not going to take them seriously. I'm just not going to take them seriously. I understand. I'm not going to put my energy into anybody on a 5D level that isn't doing the work on a 3D level. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And I don't think anybody should do it. A lot of people thrive off of that. That gives them the opportunity to avoid physical contact with people. And that's not fair to people. I personally am not going to I'm not going to give my energy, put my energy focus my energy on someone that's not able to be and interact on a 3D level. For instance, me, I have boundaries. If a person can't contact me in a physical way, then that makes me suspicious of them. You know, that makes me think that they have some other motive other than interacting on 3D level. So I'm a logical person, you know, and I don't want to interact and put my energy into something that's dreams. And dreams are okay to interpret, but I'm talking about I don't want to interact with people in a dream state. Dreams have their functions, yes. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, when it comes to me, I expect to deal with people on a 3D level. Calling, texting, emailing, things of that sort, tangible things. Not I'm thinking about you on a 5D conscious level. I want y'all to come to reality and be logical about your thinking. It's okay to be think in a 5D way, like when you're in your meditations and things of that sort. I'm not denying that. There's a purpose for that. Okay? But I'm talking about when you are looking for interpersonal relations with people, expect them to interact with you on a 3D level. When you go to work, you working on a 3D level. You can't go to your boss and say, well, you know what? I did the work, but it was at the 5D. That's not logical. And people need to get out of this 5D mentality of feeling like that's the be-all, do-all. That's not enough. It has this purpose, yes, and I'm not discounting it, because I meditate and I connect with my higher source, which is God. So I'm not saying it's not important, but when it comes to living on a physical plane, the 3D, people need to get out of that pie in the sky and the sweet by and by, and deal with people in a logical way, in a 3D way, in a tangible way.